Hey everybody at Booksby, I'm happy to be doing a market update for you guys and talking about what to expect with the market in the months to come. Angela asked me to do that and I thought it would be a great idea. So, first thing to talk about is what's going on in the overall real estate market and what has transpired this year in 2018. It has been a very interesting year and we actually finally snapped out of our pattern of continuously having less inventory as the year prior. In August, we actually noticed that for the first time there were more homes for sale than there were exactly a year prior, right there in that first week in August. And when it first happened, I said, well, is this a fluke? Is this a trend? Well, here we are about 110 or 20 days later, and guess what? It wasn't a fluke. The inventory of homes for sale is still higher than it was a year ago, and actually it's pretty close to the point of higher than even the year before. This is a telling trend, and this gives us an understanding of what's going on in the market and what to expect. It explains why the market has slowed down a little bit. No, it hasn't crashed. No, this isn't '08, but it has slowed down a little bit. And it's because of the increased inventory. And why are we seeing increased inventory? I think there's a few reasons. I think a lot of sellers got a little bit crazy, frankly, in the summer and started putting their houses out at all kinds of crazy prices, and the homes weren't selling. I think that the demand from buyers has slowed down a little bit due to interest rates going up. So instead of 40 buyers for every home that's for sale, there's 20. Still a strong number, but that has backed off the market a little bit. Doesn't mean homes aren't selling. We're selling homes every day of every week, and homes are selling every day of every week across the country. But it is something to take into account. There have been people who've listed their home this fall and were unable to sell, and they get frustrated about it. Oftentimes they get frustrated with their realtor, and most of the time it's just because of the changed market. So wanted to explain that to you guys, and I wanted to show you a little bit of the changes with the inventory of homes for sale here. And this graph is this is right now, and this is how many homes are for sale in Massachusetts at this moment. This is right now. This is almost 2 years ago. This is January 2016. And you can see how in January 2016, inventory was at about 16,000 homes for sale. By the time you get to March 2017, January 2017, it was down to 13. At that time in 2017, we said inventory couldn't possibly go any lower. Then a year later, in January 2018, inventory went to 10,600 homes for sale in Massachusetts. Nobody, including me, could believe that our inventory went that low. But notice what happens every year. It was low in the winter, higher in the summer, especially into the fall. Then it falls back down. Once you get to mid to late November, inventory of homes for sale falls off a cliff because the sellers who didn't sell, well, many of them come off the market before the holidays, which sometimes is smart and sometimes it isn't, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Then you get to January, February, March, inventory's low. And when inventory's low, folks, that's when the bidding wars happen, okay? That's why they happen. So here inventory goes back up in 17 through the summer, peaks in the fall, falls off a cliff and goes back down. January 2018 is here. Then we went back up throughout the year. Now we're here. Notice how the amount of homes for sale right now, right around 19,000, is higher than we were here about a year ago at 17. And actually, if you match it back exactly to the fall of 16, we're actually higher than we were right now at that time. So what does this mean? It doesn't mean anything terrible. Homes are still selling, buyers are still out there looking, but there's a little less demand. Sellers need to be realistic. However, if you are a seller who is planning on selling in the first part of the year next year, you're the smartest sellers out there, because homes sell for the most February, March, pretty much February, March. I was going to say April, but my personal favorite month to sell a home, I've been doing this 14 years, and we've sold a lot of homes, if you know about our company. Number one month of the year to list a home for sale is February. Some people say, how could it be February? I want to wait till my flowers are out in May. Folks, by the time your flowers are out, there's 10 other homes on the market in the neighborhood. This entire business is based on supply and demand. So when there's less homes on the market, that's when you want to be listing for sale, not when you want to be buying. Best time of the year to buy is fall. Best time of the year to sell is late winter, very early spring. And that's all because of the way inventory flows. So notice how we've gone down I just said we're at 19,000. We're not. We're at 18 right now. But we were at 19 for a few weeks. Now it's going down. In the weeks to come, it's going to fall off a cliff. So if your home is listed for sale right now, I would leave it on about 3 more weeks. If you're someone who has to sell, if it's a vacant home, leave it on the market straight through the holidays. Homes sell on the holidays all the time. But if you want to take it off for the holidays because you have family coming over and all that, fine. But I would wait till about December the 10th. The reason I say that is stay on while other people are going off the market. Don't follow what everyone else is doing as they're all going off, okay? If you do come off the market on around December 10th, you've got 60 days to be off, and then when your home gets relisted, it can be relisted as new, and your timing will be perfect for February, which is hands down the best time of the year. So I hope that was a good update for you. I hope you guys understand the ebbs and flows of inventory. Like I said, it's been a very, very interesting year, and I will tell you, I think we're going to have a great year next year. Despite this slower fall with home sales in 2018 looking like they're going to be less than 17, I think in 19 you're going to see a rebound, because in the spring we will not deal with the extremely low inventory that we dealt with last year that made it very difficult for many buyers to find homes. That's all, my friends. I appreciate you having me. I hope this update was helpful to you, and we'd be happy to answer any other questions. Thank you very much.